Anyway, we'll take a quick break, come back, have what stats we can, see if we can stay in our seats.
I'm almost done.
So we'll take a break. Sorry, advertisers. We'll be right back. You're listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
Whether you need to grab a quick bite before the game or if you're just looking for something great to eat, stop by and see your friends at the Campus Drive-In, just down the road from Gate City High School. They have a tremendous selection of breakfast, lunch, and dinner items, and they're open from 7 a.m. till 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Campus Drive-In has supported Blue Devil Sports for over 60 years, and once again, they are the proud sponsors of our halftime show here on Gate City Sports Radio. Please follow them on Facebook and place your call-in orders by dialing 276-386-3702. That's 276-386-3702. Colonial Funeral Home has a reputation for providing the highest quality of funeral services in our region with the personal attention and professionalism to help your family through the most difficult of times. The professional staff at Colonial Funeral Home is committed to providing dignified, respectful, and compassionate assistance for every family with a focus on traditional service offerings, including traditional funerals, military services, grief support, and much, much more. You can also reach them anytime, day or night, at 276-386-6151. Again, that's 276-386-6151. Colonial Funeral Home is located in Weber City, Virginia.
You are listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
2 out of every 3 people will need an assisted living community at some point in their life. We here at Elmcroft of Johnson City want to help to guide you through the process and decisions and believe in you as a person, not as a number. If you do have questions and want to be treated with the value you deserve, we invite you to call or come to our location for a free, no-obligation tour and meal. To schedule a tour, call us today at 423-282-0280. That's 423-282-0280. We are located at 406 East Mountain View Road in Johnson City. You can check us out on the web at elmcroft.com. Elmcroft of Johnson City is an Eclipse senior living community.
You are listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
All right, we are back here live from Viking Hall on the campus of Tennessee High School as Gate City, here in the first round of the annual Arby's Ladies Holidays Hoop Tournament, has a 31-21 lead over Sullivan South. Chris, stat-wise, take us through.
I've got on offense Kaylee Dunn with 3 points, Sam Gerald with 2, Braylon Steele with 6, Sarah Thompson with 14, Macy Mullins with 3. Add it all up, that puts us at 31. When we look on the Sullivan South side, Mackenzie Littleton has 5. Alex Harris has 12 points off of her 4 threes. Abby Compton has 2. Nicole Troutman has 2 to bring them to 21. On the defensive side, right now I've got Kaylee Dunn with 4 rebounds, Kendall Quillen with 1, Lexi Irvin with 3, Braylon Steele with 3, and a steal. Steele with a steal.
Didn't.
Sarah Thompson with 2 rebounds and 3 steals. Macy Mullins with a rebound and a steal. And Riley Housewright with a steal. So I've got Gate City with 14 total rebounds compared to 11 for Sullivan South. 6 steals for Gate City compared to 4 for South. And, because I know you're wondering, 2 jump balls.
Everybody jump. Yeah, it's, we were talking about the – of course, we didn't get to talk about much before the game. But anyway, this Gate City team really, of course, they started off the season with that ball game against Daniel Boone. The last 3 quarters of that ball game, Gate City owned Boone. They outscored them. Mm-hmm. Dobbins Bennett, if it wasn't for that big second quarter, they played pretty much even with the Lady Devils. And then when they got back into conference play with Union, of course, then they took out Sullivan East. This is a good defensive team.
It really, I think it took Gate City about 6 quarters of the season to start hitting their stride, and they've been really impressive, I think, since that point. It's kind of like the switch kind of flipped, and they've been a different team. I love this right now, what I'm seeing. Of course, it's probably the maroon and gray blood running through my veins, but I'll just say Science Hill and Sullivan South, I can't stand them. Nothing against the players. It's just the principle of it. So 10-point lead by Gate City. I love it, love it, love it.
And make sure that you send all your text messages. Let me give you Chris's.
That's all right. South people feel the same way towards us.
So, again, that's Gate City's got a 10-point lead here. Again, the winner will move on. They'll take on either Virginia High or Riverdale. That ball game slated again here at Viking Hall for 7 o'clock tomorrow. The team that comes up short here will be playing at 3:30 against the loser of that game. And, of course, it's a three days of basketball action, so Gate City will be in action again tomorrow and Saturday. Talking about the boys will be in action tomorrow night against your other favorite team from Johnson City, the Science Hill Toppers. Yeah. You love that. Anyway, the Hilltoppers will be invading Gate City.
All of Kingsport are Blue Devils tomorrow night.
That's right. So they will be playing at Middle School Gymnasium. It will be a boys-only matchup. So, again, the JV boys will start off the night at 6 o'clock. Will be followed by the varsity boys right after that. Gate City putting that 60-game home winning streak on the line against probably one of their best teams they've seen all year to this point. So make sure that you come out there and you support them, or if you're here and you support the ladies, because hopefully we'll be playing at 7 here tomorrow, and the boys will be playing about 7. So be a split crowd, but anyway, make sure that you support the Blue Devils, win, lose, or draw. So, all right, we'll take another quick break, come back, get you ready for the second half here as Gate City's got a 10-point lead. You're listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
Proudly representing Southwest Virginia in the House of Delegates for the last 24 years, Terry Kilgore continues to strive and work hard for others. Just like our Gate City Blue Devils proudly represents our school, our town, and community. Delegate Kilgore, a proud Gate City alumni himself, wants to thank the residents of the 1st District for their trust and support over the years as he's continued to voice our needs and concerns in Richmond to make our region a tremendous place to live and work. And on behalf of Delegate Kilgore and his family and staff, they say, go Big Blue! The Big Blue Boosters are a group of dedicated individuals with the help of school administrators whose mission is to enrich the Gate City athletic community by providing financial support for athletic programs by funding areas of need that are not covered by the school. In addition to financial support, the Big Blue Boosters recognizes participation in high school programs benefits everyone and promotes opportunities to build and strengthen relationships among all those involved, including the student body, coaches, teaching staff, parents, and the community. They strive to support athletic and academic excellence, create a winning school spirit, promote team unity, and maintain the history and tradition of the excellence for all student athletes at Gate City High School. Please support them and follow them on Facebook and Twitter.
You are listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
All right, so we are back here about minute 40 left of halftime. You know, Chris, we were talking before we went to the break how Gate City has started to hit their stride defensively. You know, for the boys, we mentioned that they needed somebody to go with Bradley Dean, you know, like a John Compton, and then we need that third scorer. You know, the girls have really done the same thing. They've been kind of looking for that second scorer with Thompson. You know, the other night Macy stepped up with 20 points. You had Lexi Irvin's been pretty consistent with her threes, hitting 6 or 9. You know, of course, Sam Jarrell, I think that's going to be a big key for Gate City to move far in this district.
Well, and I just realized it was kind of hidden behind my scratchings. Kendall Quillen also had a 3 in the first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
I inadvertently skipped over her. So there have been 6 Gate City players that have scored so far this game. They've just about everyone that's been in the game has put some points up on the board.
And they've been threes. They've been, you know, they started to really hit their stride when it comes to shooting touch and
hit 5 threes so far this game. Yeah.
So
can't complain with that.
Exactly.
And they've only had also, I was just thinking, 3 misses. from three-point range. So
possibly,
5
yeah.
out of 8. I mean, my goodness gracious. We'll take that any night.
Of course, South opened up like Sullivan East did that the other night. Where they hit 8 threes in that first quarter. South couldn't miss for that first quarter, and they got that early 11-3 lead. But since then, Gate City has just taken care of business.
South had 4 3-pointers in the first quarter, 1 in the second quarter.
So the Lady Devils will come out. Again, they'll be going right to left on your radio dial this time. 31-21 as we start the second half of play. Interested to see what South does, what kind of adjustments they've made at halftime to attack this Gate City defensive pressure. So Gate City will jump back out in their man-to-man. Mackenzie Littleton back at the point for the Lady Rebels as they try to work it around. They've got it over to Compton this time. Compton works it, try to give and go a little bit as they get it inside to Troutman. Troutman kicks it back up top. That's going to go over to Harris. Everybody's touched the ball this time as they try to work around. Great set play. They do get it into Troutman, her first basket of the second half. 7:30 left. Gate City still leads by 8 as they work the ball around. Sam Gerald's got it. They get it over to Macy Mullins at the top of the key. South has went back, and they're staying in that zone as Gate City looking to see what they can do with it. As they dribble over to the left-hand side, they've got it to Sarah Thompson. Thompson back up top to Macy. Over back to Quillen. It's good to see Quillen hit that three. A little bit of confidence. She struggled the other night. She's been such a defensive stopper, and that's been pretty much where her points has come from. But she was able to hit that outside shot. As they do get it over to Mullins, shot's going to be up. Shot's going to be good. Just as quickly as we say, they need to hit that outside shot. She does. 34-23.
The point guard cannot move on the court without Gerald being all over her tonight. She's bulldogging her.
You think the Bulldog?
The Bulldog may be Gerald's nickname.
All right. We'll put it on our Twitter.
I always tell my students that their nicknames, I can't just think of one. It has to come to me. The nickname finds them. So I hereby decree Gerald the Bulldog.
We'll have to ask her after the game how she likes that.
She is tenacious, just like a dog with a bone.
You may have to explain it as Thompson with the basketball as she kicks it up to Macy. Macy shots up, no good. Rebounded by Sullivan South.
I think all we'd have to do is ask Sullivan South, and they know exactly what I'm talking about.
So as the shot's going to be up by South, up and good. Her first basket of the night will be number 12, Mackenzie Compton, 5'7" senior for South. And here comes the Lady Devils right back. Gets it inside for House Wright's first shot, up and good. It's back to an 11-point lead as Gate City jumps into a full court. South couldn't do anything with it. They had a call for time. The first timeout taken of the night. So this game will be over in a record probably 28 minutes. As they're going to say, that's going to be a 30-second timeout. Again, make sure that you're up with us on all of our social media outlets. Premier Pharmacy Player of the Year voting will go all the way through Saturday at 9. 36,000 total votes have been cast. And in one of the
that many people listen to us?
No, that many people vote. That doesn't mean that you actually vote, or actually listen. You just vote. As again, that has really, and every year it's continued to grow, and we certainly say thank you. One of the divisions I will have to say is less than 100 votes.
Wow!
At this point, I'm not going to tell you which one. So
is that with the Electoral College or?
Oh, a little history as we get ready for a break. All right, so here comes South as they try to inbound the basketball. They do. They get it into Littleton as ball's going to be on the floor, though, knocked away, and they're going to say it is you know it, you love it. Held ball, jump ball, 5:36 left in the third quarter, 36-25. Gate City with the basketball as they try to work the ball around. They've got it to Macy Mullins at the top of the key. She gets it over to Kendall. Kendall now with the basketball. Gets it inside the house right. Great move. She sort of just couldn't handle it as the ball's going to go out of bounds off of Sam Gerald. We'll go over to Sullivan South.
You know why the ball went out of bounds?
Nope.
She was bulldogging her.
Oh.
South set to inbound underneath the basket. About 7 seconds have just went off, and they're calling the 5 seconds. It's going to be Oh, no, South got the timeout, I believe, in time.
Did they give them a warning after this